Good evening, everybody. How are you doing? It's coming up for about 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm a little bit sleepy, but I figured I would get something recorded and post it up. So yeah, first off, I sort of make a short apology. I've gotten a little bit behind on the videos I had planned on making. That's because I've had a couple of stressful days at work, and that has resulted in me being a little bit run down, and I have picked up a bit of a cold. For the last day or two I've been fighting off the tail end of a cold. So if my voice sounds a little bit funny or I'm a little bit, my energy is a little bit different or something in this video, that's why. I'm just still struggling with the end of this cold, and I didn't really want to make a big video as such until I'm a little bit more recovered. But yeah, I just thought I'd make just a quick little video, just kind of an update video and kind of a reply to a request. I had somebody during the week earlier I believe it was on the last video, one of the last couple of videos. I had someone request to just have a look, at my septum with the jewellery out. I believe your name was Chris. If you're watching this, hello. I think that was your name. I apologise if I've got it wrong. I should have checked before making the video, but there you go. Never mind. So yeah, I figured I'd make just a real quick video just to give you a real quick little look. I say that's something I can do without putting too much thought into it and not having to worry about my voice being off. So yeah, I'll get that done and then I'll give you a little bit of an update on the tattoo and whatnot as well, just to let you know how that's going on. So yeah, as I've said 100 times, my nose is 28mm and it's here for the time being. The what you call it, the little thin spot that was around here seems to have recovered quite nicely. It's still not 100% perfect. It's a heck of a lot better than it was. And I'm actually quite confident now that I will be able to stretch it again further in the future, which I'm very pleased about. Because I was quite worried at one point that I wouldn't be able to stretch it again at all. And it won't be anytime soon. It's now starting to get a little bit chilly. So I probably won't be stretching it until the weather starts to warm up again, which will probably be next springtime, which certainly isn't a bad thing, especially with the little tender spot. I'll give that more time to recover at least. Yeah, excuse me. No, I'll give you a real quick look at it again. A little bit of a close-up with the jewellery in. Like I say, the jewellery literally starts right the way up here, goes all the way around. Obviously you can see it's down here, but yeah, it literally starts all the way up here. And the jewellery I wear in it, don't know how well you can see exactly, but it's just a plain unflared tunnel. No flares whatsoever. It's so big it can't fall out anyway. Let me get it back on there, and I'll try and take it out with you. It's a little bit tender at the moment. I think I had a little nap earlier today, and I think I slept on it, made it uncomfortable. That's completely blocked my nose. Yeah, that's how we pull it out. Alright, it's a little bit gross. I will just clean that up very quickly. That's one problem with having a bit of a cold. My nose is a little bit runny as well. But yeah. So yeah, that's my nose when it's empty, obviously. It certainly returns to more of a normal nose shape, and from the front at least, I don't think you can really tell. It definitely does sag down a little bit more than it used to before it was stretching. It used to be a little bit more like that, I guess. Kind of difficult to tell, but yeah, certainly from the side, you can still see, let me pick it up. Certainly from the side, you can still see that there is a big hole in it. If I can get the right angle. It's a little bit awkward. I'm trying to look at the screen while I'm doing this. Don't quite know how well you can see that. I know it is possible to actually see through it still. I get the right angle even without the jewellery in it, because it is so large now. And obviously obviously the whole actual central cartilage of my septum is all completely gone. So my nose does sag down a little bit, but the remaining structural cartilage that's left in my actual nostrils excuse me, is strong enough to actually I apologise. It is strong enough to actually more or less maintain the normal shape, provided I don't start squishing on it and we went about. Yeah, so yeah, enormous great hole through there, obviously. And sorry about the nose hair, but yeah, you are looking at my nose. What do you expect? But yeah, like I say, it's lots very squishy, very wiggly. I can do all sorts of daft, silly little things with it, which amuses me at least. Even if some people find it a little bit gross and a little bit strange, but it amuses me, so it keeps me happy. I can do daft things with it. I'm more than happy with that. Doesn't bother me at all. I like to I accept silly things for being silly, and I'd certainly say this is definitely silly. Yeah, a little bit fun. Yeah, as I actually it does. Don't know how well you can see it in the video. Can you put it back there? Don't know how well exactly you'll be able to see it in the video, but it is actually big enough that it does slightly sag to the side when I'm laying down and when I twist my head. I don't know how well you can see that, if at all. But yeah, it certainly does. I can feel the end is like leaning one way or the other. Excuse me, yeah. So yeah, I will try and put it back in on video. I've actually got some oil. I'll actually show you how I go about that. There's nothing, just to show you how big the jewellery actually is, I can actually wear it as a ring on this finger, whatever it's called, my actual ring finger. I could use it as a wedding ring, it is. But yeah, the actual 29mm plus, actually too big to even stay on my fingers. I can wear them around my thumb as well. But the actual bigger, any of the bigger size jewellery in this is actually too big even to wear on my fingers. It just slides off because it's too loose. But yeah, all I do just to get it back in, got some bio oil. I actually went out and bought some more today because I'm getting very, very low. Literally just rub it all up my nose, which is lovely. And then I put a little bit around the edge of the jewellery just to help insert it a little bit. And chuck it on the floor. Yeah, just so you can see how thin the actual jewellery itself is. So it's 10.5mm. I find that's the perfect size for my septum, at least. That's the perfect size. Get it back in, I literally just shove it back up there. It's a little bit awkward. It's definitely tight when it first goes in. Like, to actually get it through the nostril, it's definitely tight. That's part of the reason why I have such a very small and wearable area. Just wipe some of the extra stuff off. The excess oil. There we go. And it's back in. And it should more or less be sitting up straight. Kind of difficult to see exactly on the front screen of the camera, of the phone even. But yeah, so that's that. Sorry it wasn't very short, probably not super exciting, but that's all it is. Just a big hole basically in the middle of my nose. But yeah, at some point when my nose isn't running mega runny and manky, I've actually been considering doing a bit of a silly video, just seeing what I can fit through my nose. I can fit some surprisingly big stuff through it, but not quite 20mm size, just because obviously I can't fit stuff necessarily up my nostrils themselves that are that big. But things that look bigger than should fit, I can still fit through there, which is quite good fun. Things like I can fit spoons and forks through my nose, just because obviously they're, from the front on, they're very flat. So when they're tested that way, they kind of look like they shouldn't fit through, but they do. So that's quite good fun. So at some point, like I say, when my nose is a little bit better, I'll do a couple of silly little things like that. Just having a mess about, having a bit of fun. So yeah, that's that. Hope you enjoyed that anyway. And just a little update. I apologise for keep sniffing. Just a little update on the arm. It's healing up really well. So it's actually been a week today now, 7 days. Still quite dry and crusty all over the place, but a lot of the peeling a lot of the peeling has gone now, which is good. I don't know how well you can see it on the screen there, but there's still quite a few dry, flaky areas. But the majority of it has peeled off. There's a few scabby areas. Again, I really don't know how well you can see that, if at all. There's a couple of big scabs there, and a couple in the little elbow ditch there. I have a funny feeling those couple of spots there I don't think you can see them at all on the camera. Maybe just about there. I have a funny feeling they're actually going to scab up and not heal properly, so I might have to have those touched up. Goodness, excuse me. Oh, I apologise, I am not well. But yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to end up having to have a couple of bits touched up. So I had plans on getting a couple of bits on the original areas touched up. You know, right, like there, for example. I had planned on getting that touched up when I'd seen Sam last, but we spent so much time doing this, we just never got around to it. But I'm in no hurry. Excuse me, I apologise. And just like everything else I always do, I'm always thinking of next steps, what I'm going to do next. And already I'm thinking of silly little things, like putting black over black or putting some colour in over the solid bits, which I've mentioned that before. But I've already considering doing black on black patterns around some of the black bits and possibly colouring in the actual wind patterns, like bright colours at some point, maybe just like a bright green or a bright red or something like that. That will all be next steps further down the line. I want to, before I do anything like that, I will just be continuing the main coverage. I say the next thing I will try and do, I think, will be the inside of this arm, and I will try and do that before the wedding. So, which is, we're now in October, so yeah, literally 5 months away. So I need to get sorted out and try and book another day with Sam and try and get another 4 or 5 hours in, just to get more or less balanced out. And at least I'll have both the forearms done for the wedding then, which is good. And I've still been thinking exactly how far I'm going to bring the solid black over. I will bring it slightly further back over. I don't want to cut off too much of this, but probably more or less so it's at least down the middle of the forearm, so down to the middle of the elbow. Because that'll, from that side, then it will completely cut off everything here. And it'll only be obvious from the inside, which I like the idea of that. And it will also cut off just a little bit up here, just so it sort of comes in line with the elbow ditch. But yeah, anyway, that's healing up nicely. And yeah, like I say, it's coming up for 2 o'clock in the morning, and I need to be going to bed because I actually have a busy day tomorrow. I've just been playing the demo for the remake of Medieval on PS4, so I'm really looking forward to that. That's awesome. But yeah, I will, once I'm not sniffing about so much and my voice has come back to normal, I will make a proper video, a more sensible video, and I will get back on my future mod plans. And so the next one is going to be, it will actually probably be quite a short video, because it's going to be about future piercings, other piercings I planned that are not my ears or my nose, and there isn't really much else. I've decided to split it into 2 halves, one for more normal piercings, normal for me, let's put it that way, and some slightly more experimental piercings. I will put the more unusual experimental piercings in a later video after I've gotten this one and a couple more out of the way. But yeah, so the next one in that series will be a little bit shorter. Hopefully it'll still be interesting. And there's even the normal stuff, the stuff I consider normal, isn't necessarily something you see on everybody. So hopefully it'll still be a bit of fun, but it will be a slightly shorter video, just to give you a heads up. But yeah, anyway, I've rambled on enough, and my nose feels like it's about to start running again. Mind, that might actually just be the oil. But yeah, so I'm going to say goodbye for now. I will hopefully get a chance to make another video in the next few days, as soon as my cold is gone. So goodbye for now. Hopefully I haven't infected anybody through the screen. Goodbye for now. Ta-ra. Have a good day.